Welcome back to Dad's Foxbody Garage. We are coming to you on another cold evening in Michigan here. I believe we're about 45 degrees, but at least there's no snow or rain. It's been raining for about 4 days straight, so well, kind of on and off, not straight. But anyway, we're going to try to continue on with Calypso here. I was talking to a buddy of mine this evening, and just talking about getting out and getting after it. Try to get out and do something. Make forward progress. A couple times a week. Just so you can see something change. Week to week, and keeps the motivation up. I think motivation is a big deal. So. As you saw in the last video, we wet sanded and polished out the driver's side of Calypso, and looks pretty darn nice. So what I've done already this week is I've taken 3000 grit and just gone over the passenger side really lightly. There was some overspray and just some, it just felt like crap in the paint. Instead of blocking and not, like a clay bar and all that stuff, I just wet sanded it. So it needs polished. But I also started working on the passenger door here. I replaced our water, what do they call this, cat whisker or something like that. So I drilled out the rivets, put a new one on. The trim piece was broken off here, so just the two bolts were sticking up. So I cut them off. I just masked and painted that real quick, just so wouldn't get any rust there. I'll hit that with another coat. But still have to take out the lock cylinder, because I do have a new lock cylinder, and I want to take off the door handle and spray that with the trim black also. The mirror is already out there, and I already sprayed the new replacement piece to go on here with the SEM trim black. But that's where we're going right now. I do have a little bit of paint left to in my pint to make up one more spray can, and I'm gonna try to hit this area here. I think I showed this to you last week. I had the clear coat come off. So I'm going to sand this area down, pull my cowl off, and reshoot this, and then it'll blend a lot nicer with the new paint. And then I'm also going to use it on the rust repair down here. As you can see there, didn't do anything with that other than shoot some that rust preserver or whatever you want to call it, the rust fix stuff. Last year I shot that. Just, I don't know, something to do, I guess. But one can should do the cowl and that rust repair, and then I think we're done painting. I mean, yeah, there's a lot more that could be painted, but not by me. My goal is just to make it look decent, and it's going to be left to someone else's hands to really make it look better. But that's down the road. Really excited the way the door panel is turning out, just like the one on the other side. I got the new map pocket to go in. And the new hardware kit, again, you always hear me praising NPD. They have the new little Christmas trees that go in, because the ones that are on the back of this thing are just shot. They get all petrified when you pull it off. It just strips all the little branches off those trees, So that's it for right now. I will catch you up as more progress takes place going forward. Probably after I polish this side. I don't know if anybody wants to see that. Maybe I'll video a little bit. I use the Harbor Freight. I don't know if you've seen these there or not. Harbor Freight wheels. They're hard and medium, I believe. I'd have to look at the tags. But one's for roughing in and one's for like a medium. And then I also have one for finishing. It's probably still on the polisher. But it's like their system. The wheels are cheap. And I haven't polished yet with like a sealer polish. I'm letting the new paint, you know, cure out before I do that. But eventually I'll go with a full-blown polish on that. So that's it for right now. Like I said, I'll update you as things go on or go forward. I do want to show you that speaker grill I was talking about before, with the speaker grill on top of the speaker grill. Yeah, you can see a little bit different texture there, but at least that had a huge hole in it. There was another hole here. It was flapping because the original fastener that's kind of molded in that clips through the door skin was busted off, so I epoxied that whole speaker grill on there versus getting a new one. And you know, it should hold up just fine, at least I hope. If not, I can always get another one. So that's it for now. I'm gonna keep going and I'll catch you up in a little bit. All right, welcome back. I know this video is kind of skipping around, but have a little time this morning. It's Saturday morning, and rolled out of bed a little while ago. Hair's still a mess, but I thought I would come out and work on the passenger side of the vehicle. I realized in the last video I didn't really get into detail on how I cut and buffed the car. I was kind of just focused on seeing how the paint looked. But let me show you my technique. Again, this is just something that I've kind of come up with that seems to work on crappy old paint. This side of the car, like I said before, this is the original paint. Clear coat's lifting in some areas, you can see on the nose here, but we're not going to worry about that because that's obviously going to get redone in the future. But you know, you can really feel the roughness in the paint, where so much so you can hear it. And for me to just go right to a buffer, I think that would just be a waste of time. So what I decided to do is I have these Hercules 3000 pads. I think I got these from Harbor Freight. This one's pretty much done, I can feel, but I'll go with that by hand. You know, these are meant to go onto your DA and all that, but they're really nice to hold on to, and you can just, you know, you can hear it when you hit a bad area. Like up here, it's quiet. You go back here, you can hear how rough that is. So I'll just work that area for a little bit and then take my microfiber towel and wipe that off, and eventually you'll start to see, like up here, you know, that doesn't look so bad. You know, the sheen is actually starting to come back, and some of the scratches are gone, and you can feel it's definitely smoother. So I'm going to do that routine. So what I do is I, you know, start from the beginning. You know, I'll grab a new one of these, and I have a little bowl of water down here with a little bit of dish soap, and dampen the sponge sanding pad here, and I'll work in straight lines. You're really not supposed to, you know, create swirls, otherwise, you know, you create swirls. And I'm just going to work this whole side, and then I'm going to start going with my my buffing system that also is a Harbor Freight. And again, this is not any kind of sponsorship or anything, it's just what I can afford, and they have a pretty good system. Different density wheels for different things, and I'll start out with the roughing, you know, not the polishing, but the cutting pad with cutting material. I actually use Meguiar's. I've had that for a long time. Bought the big jugs, and they just last for years. But I'll start with the Meguiar's cutting compound, and then I'll go to the finer cut with the polishing wheel. But again, I'm not going to go right to a polish, because I'm going to polish both sides at the same time, because it goes pretty quick. and I want to continue to let the fresh paint side gas out and do what it's going to do for another couple weeks. So I'm going to get started. I'm going to grab myself a new pad and get to work. Alright, so as you can see, that didn't take long at all. Feels a lot smoother. And I'm going to start with by going with my cutting pad, which these are the pads I was talking about. They're Bauer brand. They come in, see if I can show you one here. Here's my fine foam finishing pad. They come in these little plastic cases, which is really nice to store them in, so it keeps all the crap off of them. So I'm going to go with my cutting pad, which is the blue one here, and hit that with that Meguiar's cutting compound, which is the green one here. This is what I'm using. Again, not a sponsor. Meguiar's Mirror Glaze Speed Pro, or Pro Speed Compound. So that's going to be my first pass going over this and trying to bring this paint back a little bit. And then from there we'll go with the medium pad. So here we go. Alright, so a pass of the cutting compound with the cutting wheel. And let me say that I'm no professional at this. I'm just doing the best I can to make something look better. And I'm sure there's a right way and a wrong way, and I wouldn't be surprised if this is the wrong way. But it kind of works on crappy old paint. So today is probably about 50 degrees, so I'm not getting much evaporation or drying out, so I can work the product for quite some time without it drying up, which I don't know if that's good or bad, but definitely you can definitely start to see a difference here. You see a shine has come back. I am avoiding the hood area here. I'm just afraid to, burn through or get onto the hood, or, I don't want to take the hood off because I know that'll be cause more harm than good. So like half an inch out from the hood or so, still has quite a few scratches, but you can see already, a lot of those fine scratches and haze and stuff is all gone. And it's slicker than slick, as I drag my ring across it. It's slick. It's really nice and slick. So I don't know about you, but like when I work on a car and I'm leaning over, it's nicer to have a nice surface there. Although I should get fender protectors or something, but Calypso is not at that stage yet. But anyhow, I'm gonna wipe this down, get all this cutting compound off, and I'll go to my next stage. Alright guys, made a bit of a mistake. I don't know if you guys saw it before I started, but I had my door molding here unmasked, and paint's a little rougher there. You know, the clear coat, it's rough to the touch, and you know, I bumped it with the polisher a few times. You know, got some polish on it, didn't think much of it, but being that it was that coarse texture, it wouldn't wipe off. So I ended up having to, I took glass cleaner and like the finest like Scotch-Brite pad that I have, and had to scrub all that off of there. So now I masked it and I'm ready to go on to the next step, but my battery's almost dead. So instead of doing another time lapse, I'm gonna go plug this in, and then I'm gonna finish up this side, and then I'll show you the end result after. Alright guys, so I took the medium compound, the ultra finishing polish, and went over this with the green Harbor Freight pad, and I will say that the pads probably aren't the best quality or meant to last that long, because it's already starting to come apart. But you know, you can see, I mean, this was old crappy paint, guys. Well, it still is old crappy paint, it just looks better. Remember how scratched this used to be up here? You can see that a lot of those scratches are gone, or at least a lot less. That was my fingerprint there. Still have all the dings and everything in the fender. I don't know if they'll show up there, but this was the fender that was outside, and we had that big ice storm and branches fell all over it. So it is what it is. But you can see down the side the shine that we brought back. And again, you know, it doesn't do anything for chips or anything, but I think it looks pretty good. A lot better. And as you guys know, that's what we do on this channel, is we make things a lot better. May not be perfect and may not really know what I'm doing, but I'm trying. I'm out here and making an effort. So before we go, let me go back to what this video originally started as, is working on the interior trim of Calypso here, and you'll see we got it all back together. Got the mat pocket on, everything's there. Definitely needs dusted on the inside here, but you know, I don't know. I think it looks pretty nice. You know, not a bad place to be. You know, it was really gross when I first bought it, and with some elbow grease and some used factory carpet that I cleaned out. I got it on Marketplace. I think the whole interior, besides a bottle of dye and the door panels, I think the carpet anyways cost me like 50 bucks. One can of the SEM Opal Gray, and I used oh, do I have it around here? I imagine I do. I never put anything away. I don't see it, but it was from Detail Garage. I got some upholstery cleaner, and really did a nice job on the upholstery. So basically just a few things and some elbow grease. Well, that's it for now. I just wanted to show you how you can cut and buff crappy paint, and with a few bucks really make your interior look nice. So thanks for watching again, and we'll see you on the next one.